In Patrick Mahomes taking souls, Kickoff Zone is counting down 7 games where the Grim Reaper himself decided to haunt defenses. Missed these legendary moments? No worries, we're here to remind you why Mahomes is the stuff of defensive nightmares. Stick around for number 1. It's the ultimate soul-taking performance you won't want to miss. This is a scary movie, so you might want to leave the lights on because Patrick Mahomes is about to take some souls.
Your soul is mine.
In January 2020, the Chiefs faced the Texans in the AFC divisional round. Things looked pretty grim. The Chiefs were down 24-0 in the first quarter. Most teams would have packed it in, but not the Grim Reaper. He decided to go full Jason Voorhees on the Texans, slashing their defense just minus the hockey mask, only because it's against NFL rules. Mahomes threw 5 touchdown passes, including 3 in the second quarter alone, leading the Chiefs to score 41 unanswered points. By halftime, they were back in the game, and by the end, they won 51-31. The Reaper finished with 321 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. Texans fans probably still wake up in a cold sweat thinking about that real-life nightmare. Mahomes showed everyone that he's the guy you want when it really matters. Epic comeback? Check. Defensive souls? Taken. Super Bowl 54 was another epic moment for gunslinger Mahomes. Facing the San Francisco 49ers, the Chiefs were down by 10 points in the fourth quarter. Most quarterbacks would crumble under that pressure, but not our guy. Mahomes went full Freddy Krueger on the 49ers' dreams, slicing through their defense like he was wearing that iconic striped sweater. He led a 10-point comeback to win the game 31-20. This victory earned him the Super Bowl MVP, making him the youngest quarterback to snag the honor. Oh, and he ended a little 50-year championship drought for Kansas City. No big deal, right? This game solidified his place in NFL history and gave Chiefs fans a reason to party like it was 1970. Just another day, another soul taken. In 2018, Showtime Mahomes faced off against the Los Angeles Rams in one of the highest-scoring games in NFL history. The scoreboard looked like it was straight out of the Who's song Pinball Wizard. Younger fans might need to Google that after the video. The Rams ultimately won 54-51, but let's not forget Mahomes' insane performance. He threw for 478 yards and 6 touchdowns. It was like watching Michael Myers in a quarterback jersey, relentlessly cutting through the Rams' defense. The game was so electrifying that fans joked about canceling the Super Bowl and having the Rams and Chiefs play a 7-game series for the championship instead. Even though the Chiefs lost, this game showed everyone just how explosive Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense could be. Rams fans might have won the game, but Mahomes won the spotlight. He almost took their souls, but the Rams managed to dodge the Grim Reaper at the goal line. Patrick Mahomes' first NFL start came in Week 17 of the 2017 season against the Denver Broncos. It was supposed to be a low-stakes game, but the kid had other plans. He threw for 284 yards and even showed off his mobility with a few key scrambles. One of the most memorable moments was when Mahomes, under pressure, completed a no-look pass to Demarcus Robinson. He led the Chiefs to a 27-24 victory, clinching it with a final drive that set up a game-winning field goal. It was like watching the first installment of the Halloween series. You just knew there were going to be plenty of sequels. This game was just the beginning of Mahomes taking the Broncos' souls, because the Chiefs went on to beat them 15 straight times. Broncos fans were left wondering how they got beat by a rookie making his first start. Little did they know, this was the dawn of Mahomes' era of awesomeness. With this performance, Mahomes put the entire NFL on notice. The nightmare for the Broncos had just begun. In just his second game as a starter, Mahomes went up against the Pittsburgh Steelers and put on a show that would make even the most hardened horror fan cheer. Mahomes threw 6 touchdown passes, setting a new NFL record for the most touchdown passes in the first 2 weeks of a season. It was like watching Jason Voorhees rack up a record body count, except instead of a machete, Mahomes was wielding a football. Steelers fans watched in disbelief as Mahomes dissected their defense like it was Camp Crystal Lake. He finished the game with 326 passing yards and a perfect QB rating, leaving Pittsburgh's defense looking like they'd just seen Linda Blair's head on a swivel. We'd show that video, but this is a family show. This game was a declaration that Sherlock Mahomes was here to rewrite the record books and take some souls along the way. And just like a horror movie villain, he left his mark and a lot of terrified defenders in his wake. In 2019, the Magician delivered one of the most perfect quarters in NFL history against the Oakland Raiders. Imagine Freddy Krueger at his dream-invading best, but this time he's wearing a Chiefs jersey and tormenting the Raiders' defense. Mahomes threw for 278 yards and 4 touchdowns, all in the second quarter alone. It was like he conjured touchdowns out of thin air. Raiders fans watched in horror as Patrick turned their defense into his latest illusion trick. By the end of the quarter, the Chiefs had turned a tight game into a 28-10 lead. Mahomes finished the game with 443 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, leaving Raiders fans wondering what kind of dark magic they had just witnessed. This performance was another reminder that when Mahomes is on the field, no defense is safe. In the 2021 AFC Divisional Round, MVP Mahomes faced off against the Buffalo Bills in what became an instant classic. With only 13 seconds left on the clock and the Chiefs trailing, most teams would have resigned themselves to defeat. But not Mahomes. He orchestrated a game-tying drive in those 13 seconds, sending the game into overtime. It was like watching Jason Voorhees spring to life in the final act. Just when you thought it was over, he's back, and deadlier than ever. Mahomes completed crucial passes to Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, setting up a game-tying field goal that left Bills fans in shock. The Chiefs then won in overtime, with Mahomes throwing the game-winning touchdown. This performance was the ultimate soul-taking moment, as Mahomes snatched victory from the jaws of defeat and left the Bills wondering what just happened. It was the football equivalent of a horror movie ending where the villain wins, and Mahomes once again proved why he's the stuff of defensive nightmares. 13 seconds was all he needed to remind everyone that when it comes to taking souls, no one does it better. So there you have it, 7 games where Patrick Mahomes snatched souls and left us all in awe. From comeback kid to MVP, Mahomes has made defenses feel like they were stuck in a nightmare, the one on Elm Street. But don't think for a second that he's done. Mahomes is on a mission to ungoat the GOAT Tom Brady. Just like the Halloween series that won't die, there will be plenty more sequels of Mahomes taking souls. We can't wait to see what he does next. If you loved reliving these incredible games, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos from Kickoff Zone. Comment below with your favorite Mahomes moment and let us know which soul-taking performance you think is best. We even called him all the cute nicknames and not once mentioned Kermit the Frog. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more epic NFL content from Kickoff Zone.